Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and oh, wonderful, beautiful, fantastic. The global Christmas celebration is bringing the final stages of Category Super Battle Road to global. Now, sure, we could have said this could have come out a couple of months ago, but I mean, if their intention was to save this for, one of the bigger celebrations of the year, to make one of the bigger celebrations of the year look better, I don't necessarily think that's such a big deal, right? So we got the 10 new stages of Category Super Battle Road. To me, this is more fun and impactful even than like new stages of Extreme Super Battle Road, because these are just brand new stages, right? Whereas the Extreme stages, it's just like stronger versions of these ones. So like 10 new category stages is definitely, I think, more impactful than just 10 new stages of Extreme, right? So let's kind of go, we're going to go through all of the different category stages. I have all of my no item runs pulled up so I can show you guys the teams I use to get no item runs done for all these stages. The only one I have not yet done is Movie Hero. Movie Hero is definitely possible, but I've just been slow to link level up the units. And then, of course, here we have the new LR Tech Gohan. And then, of course, there's also PyCon coming out in a week. So, I'll probably, I haven't even done attempts on this in quite a while, or even, toyed around with it or anything. I want to get, I'm going to see how PyCon looks and stuff like that, and then we'll get to that. But all right, let's go ahead and start with Reps of Universe 7, right? So Reps of Universe 7, this could be one of the most difficult ones, I think, for a lot of players to beat, because this category is probably the most top-heavy category in the game. And what I mean by that is all of the good units are Dokkan Fest exclusive units or LRs, summonable LRs, right? It's not a lot of categories in the game. Powerful EZA units are at the top of the charts, basically, for that category's power. Reps of Universe 7 is not like that. You look at this. It's all Dokkan Fest exclusives and LRs. So, some people just won't really be able to compete in this stage. It's unfortunate. I guess, maybe at that point, that's where you might think to yourself, like, oh, I really want to summon for, like, Angel Golden Frieza's banner, right? To, so I could then, take down this stage, right? Like, I always give recommendations for what banners to summon on based upon how good the banner is overall, more so usually than how good the main new unit is. But, like, remember, Angel Golden Frieza, his banner is crazy outside of just him. So that's very important. So here's the team I used. LR, Goku, and Frieza, of course, their leader skill is insane. And then just a lot of the basic ones you'd expect, like LR UI Goku, Blue Kaioken Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta, and Kaioken Blue Goku together. And then obviously Krillin and Skinny Boo are very tremendously defensive. Now, I give him so much shit all the time, but this is where this boy will shine. A lot of people are going to win this stage because of this guy right here. This is where the Spirit Bomb gets absolutely silly, because it's very easy to just fall below 59% HP in Super Battle Road, and then you could be chaining this shit to Kingdom Come. You could have LRUI Goku toying around, dancing. Like, I got this no item run done because I believe in the final fight, LRUI Goku, he dodged like 7 consecutive attacks where I was like 1 hit away from death or something like that to get this done. So, if you guys want to look at all the no item videos, they're all out there, the no item runs for these stages. This one, I think, is definitely going to be tough for a lot of people to get done, though. Again, just because of how top-heavy the category is. I'm going to try and move at a brisk pace here because there's 10 stages we need to talk about. So next is Wicked Bloodline. Wicked Bloodline could be a tough stage, but this is, again, a category team that has a lot of, like, really crazy power. I have to highlight this guy in particular right here. But this category, it's one of these things. If you have STR Cooler, you're good to go. STR Cooler demolishes this stage. He's ridiculous, right? And plus, a lot of people are just worried about beating it. They're not trying to, like, no item it or anything like that. You pop, like, an Icarus, and then you let Cooler go to work, and then he is clearing the field. Because remember, the thing about Cooler that makes him, like, ridiculous is against pure or hybrid Saiyans, which the entire enemy field is. He transforms on turn 3. He's doing guaranteed crits. It just gets absurd. Like, Cooler is decimating everything in this stage. So he is very, very good. Then, in particular, we have to talk about this Frieza. This is a free-to-play EZA unit, and he's probably the MVP. Because what happens is, remember, this is category Super Battle Road. So what that means is they're all different typings that you're fighting, right? Int, STR, AGL Tech, AGL Physical, Int. So Frieza guarding means he doesn't take shit. He lowers enemy attack, which is ridiculously powerful in here as well. He's also this type of support, and he has damage reduction. In this stage, every single fight has a Goku Family enemy. Bardock, Goku and Raditz, and then Goku right there. So if you have this Frieza, which he's free, you should. I was on my knees begging, please, please, rainbow him, easy A him, get him done, please. I'm begging. This is why he will solo this stage. Well, not. I guess I can't say that because he's not an offensive unit, but he'll get the shit done. He will get this shit done. So you can rely on this guy if you have him done. He's crazy. You just focus on killing the non-Goku family enemies first. King Vegeta, Vegeta and Nappa, Vegeta and Trunks in there. Get rid of all of them first, and then finish off the Goku family enemies, and you're going to be good to go. Here's my no item run for this. Double cooler. What a shock. The Frieza team, again, after the Link level update, you know, all these units on here have big bad bosses, except for this Int Frieza and Tech Golden Frieza, my two defensive aces. The rest of them are big bad bosses units, so they absolutely demolish. This is very easy. Again, my teams are full, like, rainbow, obviously. A lot of these builds I use, they don't need to be full rainbow to get this done, though. So definitely keep that in mind. Okay, next is Time Travelers. This should be, we could spend 2 seconds on this. You know, Int Goku Black is fodder. Trunks and Mai kind of suck in this stage as well because they're good against future enemies, but you're fighting Fortune Teller Baba's like minions. You're fighting these dudes from the Dragon Ball filler arc. Like this is after Goku fights Fortune Teller Baba, like kind of wishes for what is his name? Is it Bora, Upa's father, to be revived? And then there's a little bit filler before you go into the 22nd World Tournament against Tien, and Goku kind of plays around the Demon Realm with these guys right here. And then these, of course, are the Demon King Piccolo and his clan right there. So Trunks and Mai are not at their full power, right? Where they're able to get the 50% chance of dodging and then the key 6 when there's a future Saga category enemy. So really, in truth, both Trunks and Mai and Int Goku Black kind of suck here. They're not good, which is why if you take a look at my no item run, I actually used Int Mai as my leader because remember, Int Mai, she is a time traveler leader of 120%. She's this nice support type unit, but then she's also got the 2 separate procs, a high chance of stunning, so she works so good just as a floater. So like I definitely, I will pat myself on the back for this team build right here. But you know who I just relied on? The Cells. The Cells, full level 10, both of them were full level 10 links, and it's just instantly the field is dead. These guys, like, it's like this stage was almost like like when they made this stage, like they weren't counting on the Cells having the Link level update. Like I'm telling y'all right now, these two together, it's just death. Like if you have them, you're good to go. But then there's so much. Like you have Vegito Blue, you have all the Goku Black units, Bojack. In the future global, you guys will have Bojack. I did a no item run, like literally it was second try. Like I was just showcasing Bojack in the stage and I like casually no item runned it because the stage is not that hard and Bojack is absolutely ridiculous. But it's like, I was able to get the no item run done with Mai as my leader and then a friend Goku Black. So this shit is not difficult whatsoever, right? So, you're able to sort of like rock Time Traveler. I can't imagine people would need my help with building for this. I mean, if you've got Black Mask Saiyan and then Dark Mask King as a rotation, remember Dark Mask King is not going to be able to be touched, right? There's just so many different options. You have Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku who's guarding. Again, remember, this in extreme... the 10 extreme Super Battle Road stages, you're only fighting the same typing, so guarding units aren't as effective. Janemba, Tech Ultimate Gohan, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, stuff like that. But in here, this is category. They're all different typings, so the guard units are they're godlike. They're tremendous, so you really want them, right? And then, again, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, Physical Vegito Blue, this is not going to be tough, I think, for a lot of people to get done. Again, just to beat it. Next is Universe 6. Again... Universe 6 is maybe a little bit top heavy. Like Kefla, they'll want you to have LR Kill and Khalifa. But this stage, this was the easiest stage to me, I think, of the 10. Because I actually, my first attempt, I no itemed it. Like literally when it first came out, what day was this? August 11th, this came out for JP. Literally my very first run, I no itemed it. It's because the girls together are just way too OP, right? LR Kill and Khalifa. You have the Tech Khalifa who's like auto dodging against Pure Saiyan or Universal Travel Arc. This Kale is guarding if like Khalifa's around and shit like that. Like it's just ridiculous. Who you're fighting? Yeah, Universal Survival Saga. And then the final fight Beerus and Whis is not TOP or pure Saiyans. That will, like some of the Kale and Caulifla cards aren't going to be as OP for that final fight. So really, I think like what's going to happen is how difficult this stage is going to be for people is how you can fare in the third fight. Because, things like LR Kale and Caulifla, and again, the Tech Caulifla, SCR Kale are just too overpowered. Obviously, you guys have the Easy 8 EGL Caulifla. And don't forget, I didn't use her, but this physical Kale is dominant with the amount of damage she can do. And I mean, she's not as great defensively as some of these other, like, Universe 6 female characters are, but her damage is above them all. So, like, you can easily put her on the team instead of, like, Kabe or something like that and just clear it with her damage. Universe 6 should not be difficult. Very, very easy to get done, right? Very easy. Movie heroes, again, I have not yet no-item this, but this shouldn't be too... The reason I haven't no-item this stage yet is because this is the new realm of gods where every fight is against 600 enemies, right? So it's just, you need so much RNG to go your way to no-item it because you're getting super attacked like 3 times per turn. It's frustrating, right? And Realm of Gods is now so ridiculously OP with LRUI Goku and Kibito Kai and, Kibito Kai, STR Whis, Supremo Pie of Time, you have Beerus. Like, it's absurd how OP Realm of Gods is. Movie Heroes is ridiculously good, but it's not Realm of Gods level. No way. But keep in mind, global players, like, this guy just came out. We didn't have him back then. So, he, of course, is going to be tremendous in here. The MVP, the guy you definitely are going to want on here is this Tech God Goku. 77% damage reduction against movie boss category enemies. You need that. And again, just kill all the minions first. Because remember, as soon as you get rid of Turles, Slug, or Bojack, this God Goku will lose that damage reduction ability and you can get caught and killed at that point. Remember, he is also sealing as well, which is super good. Some of the mainstays, obviously, using, like, some of the powerful LR, Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku, Gohan and Goten, Blue Gogeta will demolish. The LR 3 anniversary LRs are still amazing even to this day, right, with how good they are offensively and defensively. Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 as a free-to-play unit is tremendous for Super Battle Road. Do not be scared or do not hesitate to bring them out, because with their ceiling, with all the key and defense they give, they're fairly good. Like, they can definitely get the job done in Super Battle Road stages like this. Do not be scared to use LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, right? So that should be that. Again, I should have the no-item run done. Regardless of if I use PyCon or not, I think I should be able to get this done, because at this point, I've finished Link level 10ing all the units I need to. I'm just working on this Vegeta still and this Kid Trunks. That's another thing, too. Don't forget Kid Trunks and Goten. When they're together, their damage reduction 70%. They're doing good damage. And then Trunks, in particular, you could rock with Gohan and Goten. And that rotation is just going to destroy it, right? It's just, if you get lucky where the super attacks are. And then don't forget as well, Icarus Kid Gohan. You need RNG to go your way, but, he has that Whis heal effect. And, you could easily sort of, like, chain him healing a couple of times and easily get the W there. The Goku Family stage is one of the hardest stages in here. I think it's probably the second hardest. I think Final Trump Card, in terms of how strong the enemies are, Final Trump Card is probably number 1. But the Goku Family stage is definitely fairly tough. You're definitely going to want to be very, very careful in this stage. Here's what I use to no-item this. I have seen, actually, a couple of different builds for people getting the no-item run done, right? Like I've seen, LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku leads and stuff like that. The thing is, LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku does get destroyed if he does not super attack first in this stage. So you do want to be careful with him. Obviously, I relied upon, the god himself, the unbelievable, I've seen enough, Tech Ultimate Gohan is better. He is able to carry. If you have High School Gohan, I mean, I feel like a lot of people think I probably just, like, way overrate High School Gohan, but I don't. He is so unbelievable for Super Battle Road. He's got the stun chance. With his defense, damage reduction, and support defense, he is taking almost no damage in there. His link set is fine enough, right? This High School Gohan, if you have him, and you've got maybe 1 dupe in him, maybe 2 dupes or something like that, High School Gohan will get the job done, I promise. High School Gohan is absolutely good enough to get the job done. Me going over team builds is more or less pointless because it's Goku Family, right? Like, you guys will be able to figure this out, right? You got LRUI Goku, let him bob and weave. You have, LR God Goku, let him bob and weave. It's fairly straightforward how you can destroy this stage. And if you're using items, I don't foresee a lot of people having too much difficulty. Don't forget about this Kid Gohan as well. If you have him EZA'd from Extreme Super Battle Road, the way he gets that damage reduction with a Goku on rotation, you've got nothing to worry about with him. He's very good. Next is the Vegeta family team, or Vegeta family category stage. I actually think the enemies in here are pretty piss-easy weak. From what I saw, I feel like these enemies are not nearly as strong as some of these other stages. So I don't really think you have too much to fear if you just have some of the top level guns for this category. Remember, you do have a lot of strong EZA units on here, like this STR Majin Vegeta. So he'll be able to help a lot. Remember, the entire enemy team is full Goku family, so Majin Vegeta is getting the full 25% attack and defense per orb right here, because every enemy is a Goku family enemy. I was taking this Vegeta in there, and he was destroying that stage, because I have him at full level 10 links. I still have to do the video for him, actually, but he's very, very good. Obviously, this guy was, like, when it first came out, this guy wasn't around. He destroys this stage. But again, these guys were not around even, before when I got the no item run done. If you have these two, you can run them together. Like, these guys together they can't be touched. Like, because they're both lowering attack. So you put Dark Mask King in slot 1, Black Mask Saiyan in slot 2. And you have, like, any attacks Black Mask Saiyan will receive, you have both of these guys attack them, because they're both lowering attack, and then that rotation, you're just not taking damage, right? If I would say there's any problem with this, it's the fact that Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is amazing, but you do have to get that 18 key super attack for his key to kick in, and I found it very hard to find good Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta friends. Matter of fact, my no item run, wait, did I exit out already? Or did I not pull it up? No, here it is right here. My no item run, look, this is the friend, like, 0% Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, because I couldn't even find friends, right? But this no item run was not really that bad. Oh, obviously you have the obvious god, defensive god right there, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. This Metal Cooler movie Vegeta is great with stunning. And then, of course, obviously the Super Saiyan 2 transforming one, very good there. So Vegeta family shouldn't be too tough at all, I would say. Next is Youth. Youth is probably the easiest stage. I believe Talon beat this full free-to-play his first run. So, this is just not tough. The Youth stage, not at all. Here's what I did to no item it. Again, I was relying on Int Gotenks and how powerful he is. Obviously, Goten and Trunks with their damage reduction is ridiculous. Icarus Kid Gohan healing. B-Pan is so good. B-Pan is real good. Real good. In Super Battle Road stages, that's great. And then obviously Kid Goku is no slouch himself. So, just go ahead and jump in. I just can't imagine you guys are going to need help with this build. And again, this guy wasn't around for JP, like when we were doing this for the first time. So you guys, if you got him, this guy's going to be like borderline too strong for this event, I would imagine. So he'll destroy it. All right, Super Saiyans is, I think, a rather tough stage, but you have ridiculous, like, the characters you have are just so OP, right? So here's a no item run I did. Look, I think this might have been one try. Like, once I got Goku and Vegeta rainbowed and I jumped in, I believe this was one try I got this done. Because this SCR Goku and Vegeta, they're just that good. That's it. They're just that good. They destroy. And then, of course, obviously, Super Vegito. There's High School Gohan again, man. I'm telling y'all, do not sleep on High School Gohan. So you guys are going to notice in a lot of my no-item runs, a couple of these units pop up a lot. Like this Int Gotenks was in, 4 or 5, 6 of my recent no-item runs. High School Gohan is a big part in it as well. Obviously, AGL Super Vegito can get killed with super attacks, but he's still quite good. No doubt about that. So, Super Saiyan, I think, shouldn't be too tough because you have ridiculous... Like, look at some of the powerful units I wasn't even using. You got, like, the 3-year anniversary LRs. You got Dragon Ball Super Bardock. Although... Yeah, in the second fight, Bardock can auto-transform. So you'll get a very, very easy time in the second fight with Bardock auto-transforming. You got Blue Gogeta. I mean, dude, you go through it. It's just... You have so many options for the Super Saiyan team. I can't imagine this is going to be tough for a lot of global players to get done. Because the roster is just so good. Don't forget about Dragon Ball Super Broly with his AoE. Cumber, well, let me see. Cumber is only going to be effective in the first stage. Because remember, the thing about Cumber... is that when he gets hit, he can stun the entire enemy team. Now, is there a note that they don't mention it in here? it's very rare, but every once in a while, Cumber will get hit. It'll activate the stun, but it won't actually stun the enemy team. And then, you know, like that turn, the game pretends you stunned them, but you didn't, and you could still die. But I mean, I think I've only seen that happen to me once, and I think I've seen that happen. I think that happened to Mass Ningen before. But you do want to be careful about that sometimes with Cumber. But I mean, he's only going to be able to be really good in the first stage anyway, right? Then we have final trump card. This, I mean, with items, this shouldn't be too difficult, I think, for a lot of you guys to get done. But in terms of enemies, it felt to me like the final trump card enemies were the strongest of all of the stages, right? Maybe, you know, Goku Family was close as well. Now, in terms of my no item run, here's what I did, right? Again, I just relied on SCR Vegito because he's like the best unit in the game, basically. And the healing is ridiculous and all that shit is ridiculous. LR Buhan is just as insanely OP, right? And, you know, you get all of his links active and he is able to carry. SCR Vegito defensively and all that shit is able to carry as well. And then, of course, you know, Vegito Blue, AGL Super Vegito with their damage reduction, then the damage they themselves can dish out. I was able to get the no item run done. Now, I wasn't so sure. It was going to be a brutal struggle getting the no item run done before STR Vegito came out for that team build I rocked. Because these guys, as amazing as they are, and they're not as bad in base form as people say, they take 100k. My Blue Vegito and Blue Gogeta Rainbowed take 100k per normal in here. Understand that. If they get touched, they take a lot of damage. So you want them in slot 3 dodging in those first couple of turns. But if you're just going to really go heavy with items, I mean, you can keep them on rotation. And offensively, even in base, they are ridiculously powerful. But, you know, they definitely can clear a lot of damage very rapidly when you actually do get them to transform into blue, right? Final trump card. This is another one that, again, is tough, but I think a lot of people should be able to beat it fairly easily. The reason I say that is because a lot of the units on here, these are units people summon for. People like summoning for the hype fusions, the hype Saiyans. Again, boo-hoo, my tears are falling because another fusion, another Goku. But then that's all they summon for. They release Piccolo and you say, okay, boring, zzz, I'm sleeping. And then, you know, Vegito, oh! Vegito! Like, that's the way it happens, right? So, a lot of you guys have a lot of these big-time guys because these are the banners you're always summoning on, right? So, like, that's definitely going to help out, right? Whereas, like, you know, I don't know, like, Universe 6, maybe you don't have, like, Kefla or something like that, right? For this shit, like, I would imagine some of you guys are going to have some of these units. Piccolo, I just literally attacked him just a second ago. But Piccolo, remember, could be very good here with the 4C's enemy super attack. You probably would want to build the team more so around the shocking speed link if you're going to do that, though, so that Piccolo can be a little bit better. Obviously, I mean, that would be, you know, Big Daddy right here, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Just go full shocking speed. Piccolo will be able to handle himself well. God Tobo doesn't have his EZA yet on global, so you don't really want to rely upon him. 17 will be good. Another shocking speed unit gives key to everyone, lowers attack. He could be good. You could, you know, rock Cooler. You know, you could do like Cooler and full power Frieza as a rotation. You know, LR full power Frieza, right there. LR Turles obviously is not out yet on global. Baby is definitely strong enough to get the job done in here, although... Okay, so Baby, remember, he gets stronger against pure Saiyans and hybrid Saiyans. So in the first fight, as long as Turles is around, he'll get that little bit of extra damage. And remember, you could do your Great Ape transformation with Baby as well. That'll be good. But you guys should be able to get this done. You just got to be, you know, fairly careful here and there. And then don't forget about Candy Vegito. Do not forget about him. This is a stage where he can help free players a lot because 70% chance to dodge. Then his defense can be pretty okay. He's also got a high chance of stunning. You don't want to sleep on Candy Vegito after his EZA. He will be very, very good here. So let me know what you guys think. The Super Battle Road units. Again, my no item runs, I'm going very heavily defensive and stuff like that. But it's like, if you copy my team builds or use similar to my team builds, you know, if you're using items, it should be fairly easy clears. Even though my teams are full rainbow, yes, that matters. But remember, it's the first 2 dupes is a huge, like, the first dupe you're like doubling the unit's effectiveness by giving them all the ability to get all these additionals and crits and stuff like that. The second dupe is good to finish out the abilities, but then the last two dupes are not as relevant or important as people think. Yeah, there's some extra stats, which definitely helps the unit to get better, but it's the first two dupes. So don't be like, oh, truth, it's so easy for you with your rainbow units. Yeah, well, there's not that much of a difference between two dupes and rainbow. It's the first two dupes is where you get the massive power buff, right? So, you know, if you've got one dupe, if you've got two dupes in a lot of these units, you're going to be fine, especially if you're using a lot of items. So, there it is. Again, I'm going to evaluate how PyCon looks in a week or so. And then after that, I will get to the grind to get Movie Hero done. Then after that, I'll probably do Extreme Fusion, and then I'll finish up with Super AGL. Unless PyCon is AGL. If PyCon is AGL, he could potentially lead me to easily no iteming Movie Hero and Super AGL. We'll see. Extreme Super Battle Road. But let me know what you guys think of Super Battle Road. 10 new stages. The global celebration gets A+ from me, because any celebration that has these 10 new category stages is a lot of content and a huge W. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.